Salad S Republic on my NBA2K19 MyCareer.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Los Angeles Clippers. Checking out the Clippers, the game tonight marks their second of four, meeting the last time they met. Overall pick, Andrew Wiggins. Great size and athleticism. Kenny.
So, ito nga pala ang ating MyCareer character. Actually, replica siya ni Paul George. Alam niyo naman tayo idolo ni Paul George. Ay, fan tayo ni Paul George pag ating mga attributes. Yan ang mga badges natin, mga pare ko yung halos pa. Simulan na natin.
And now, your Minnesota Timberwolves starting five. In the middle, starting in second.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. A contest in the West. We'll see if the Timberwolves can please this home crowd. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Insanity is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Harris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Gallinari in at the power forward. Smitty, early in a season, how many of these surprising losses can really be considered upsets, do you think?
You know, the great teams, they look at it's like a marathon. They're looking to just get better. But I think for the younger teams, they will love to gain some confidence in knocking off some of these playoff favorites or these teams that's been, I guess, picked by us, the media and the fans, as the favorites. But I think a lot of teams look at it is more about building to the end of the season versus at the beginning of the season.
Here's George after the basket by Dario Saric. Pass to Dellavedova, launches it, First shot, first pass. He's out of the blocks fast.
And a good judge of spacing. Sees he can get it off over the taller man.
This is how he makes his living, making those judgment calls, understanding the opportunity.
And now Minnesota on the fast break. All going up court.
And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy.
Gallinari on the wing. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. George looking over the floor. 5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good off the back of the rim for Minnesota. They've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. George, that's good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
So timeout called here. The first for Los Angeles. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And just looking at the stats, you can see, man, they were efficient on this night.
They made shot selection a priority, and you see their percentage from the field. Outstanding.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. To end the run. And that one's good. George has got his first points of the game.
No one rotating over to help on the mismatch. Easy lay-in.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And the call will be against Harris. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
Lou Williams is checked in for Harris. Dellavedova kicks to Saric over Gallinari. And there's Saric on the assist from Dellavedova. Saric has got 7 points in the game. Clippers trail by 8. Passes it to George. Zubac's with it. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
A lot of laziness going on out there. Still early in the game, but that needs to get worked out.
Now here's Covington. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And here is Los Angeles now. 8-point game. Kicks it to George. To the paint. Here's Zubac. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. He's got 6.
You know, that's another good play call. They are shooting 80% to start this game.
Okogie, he's guarded by Williams. Saric, right side. It's tipped, the 10-footer. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Clippers trail by 6. Pass to Williams. Now here is George. D right on him. Zubac the pass to George. Not really his range, and it's off target. Here's Minnesota. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Saric. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Stolen by Dellavedova. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Minnesota again turning it over. And with this break, let's bring up the list of the dominant rookie rebounders in the NBA this season. And here are the Clippers now. They trail by 9 points. Now the pass to Williams. George finds Zubac. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, reversed hit home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to the Warriors in Oakland.
You know, they worked hard, they drew fouls, but they just couldn't convert at the line.
And it's one of those things that can deflate your team. After all that effort, you want points.
And the Clippers have possession following the missed shot by Dario Saric.
An uncontested look from mid-range. He typically drains that one.
Now here is Dellavedova. Now the feed to Covington. And that one drops for him.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Zubac. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Houston.
He was really aggressive on the glass, too. He really racked up on the boards out there.
Jacks up a three. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Tom Thibodeau. DA?
Thanks, Kevin. He talked about the challenge tonight defensively and going up against a team that can really execute. He said those guys make the most of every possession. They cut to the basket, move the ball well. We have to make them take difficult, contested shots to give ourselves the best chance to win. We know how hard that is to accomplish, Kevin. Back to you.
Okay, Dave, guys, how hard a job is it going to be to keep this team's shooting percentage down?
It's going to be very difficult. I mean, they move the ball well. They've got players who can go off if the defense isn't solid through and through.
They must win the turnover battle. Nothing disrupts an imposing offense more than coming up with some steals.
So it's the Timberwolves now after the missed three from George. Clock at 4. Shoots a three. It's hauled in by George. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 6-point game. Gallinari. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Saric. We're always talking, Steve, about versatility. I guess the ultimate example would be guys who Los Angeles. They have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. On the free throw, no good. Timberwolves leading by 4. So for the Clippers right now, they've got insanity. Williams is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Tobias Harris. And Harrell's in at the 5, roaming the paint. George with no one around. Trains the three-pointer. George has got 5.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Jones dishes to Saric. He kicks it to Covington. Wiggins outside. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Bates Diop, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubac is checked in. Outside, George. George double teamed. Here's Harris over Saric, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
An all-around handful to deal with. Tobias with a strong move for the potential +1.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That's good from Harris. Here's Jones. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Saric. Knocks it loose. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's George. His bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
A lot of basketball comes down to recognizing mismatches and taking advantage of them like he did.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips.
That free throw good from George.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Jones looking for an opening. And that one comes up a bit short. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter.
And that's his 3rd foul. The chance you take leaving him in with 2. Let's see if they'll sit him now until the half.
Los Angeles shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And he makes both free throws.
And this is what we've come to expect from him. This type of consistency from the line.
Saric outside. Okogie guarded by Harris. Okogie. Another miss by Minnesota.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Not a high percentage long-range shooter, but Tobias Harris knocked that one down.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And look, you never want to see a team gut you this way. Really a good timeout.
Some of this is just a matter of toughness, a willingness to play physical inside. Something we're not seeing.
And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
You look at George, and it doesn't look like he'll make it into the field this year. But still an honor to see your name up there among all those other great players.
Yeah, look, no doubt he's one of the more exciting players in our league. And maybe next year we'll pull in a few more votes.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
Okogie, he's guarded by Williams. Okogie, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he's kept his percentage at a decent level, right around 74.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Minnesota.
Hey, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Kicks to George. Poke loose. Inside. In space. That's good from Harris on the assist by George. George has got his 6th assist on the night.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Passes it to Bates-Diop. A shot off that time, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. They host the Kings after this game. That game is the first and last of their home schedule.
See, this is how you dictate the flow of the game. He's been lit this quarter.
Timberwolves trail by 9. Dellavedova kicks to Saric. Here's Bates-Diop, guarded by Harris. Bates-Diop misses.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. He's kind of dragged down the team.
George passes to Harris. Smitty, when you were playing, the league tinkered with the distance of the three-point line. Given the emphasis on perimeter offense now, should they consider moving it further out?
Kevin, please not. No way. Guys are shooting it 4, 5 feet behind the line already. Now if you move it back, then they're going to move back to half court.
I know.
Keep the line the way it is right now. I like it the way it is right now.
It's enough of a challenge, don't you think?
Yes, it is.
Covington passes to Bates-Diop. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
The Timberwolves have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
George finds Zubac. Lob pass to George. And George with the stuff.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Minnesota calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Dellavedova kicks to Covington. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Down low. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in the game for which there's no stat.
Orange.
A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
Inside. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
For Minnesota, they have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, insanity in their last outing against the Rockets put together a very solid game. He finished with 36 points and was diming everybody up with an incredible assist game, setting up his teammates all night long. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Hey, David, thanks very much. He's one of those players who can do remarkable things on any given night, in any given game. That was a special game he played.
And it wasn't just the performance, guys, but really his preparation. He knew the right way to attack in every situation.
And that was the beauty of it. His ability to read and react to whatever they threw at him.
And it's Dellavedova missing. Clippers leading by 7. Here's George. He picked up 36 points in the last one against Houston.
And no one on defense could stay in front of him. He continually got pummeled and kept getting back to the stripe.
And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. George has got 14.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with the soft touch to match.
Okogie. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubats has got rebound number 5 here tonight. George passes to Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
He has a great feel for making the right play. The timely roll off the screen. Tobias Harris.
Timberwolves trail by 11. Dellavedova with the ball. The pass to Šarić. Here's Paige Diop. Covington in the corner. To the left wing. Here's Šarić. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. 12 points for him. Clippers leading by 9. Got a piece of it. Okogie and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more. LA has gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
No, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And George drops them both. Smitty, there are a lot of funny guys that play in pro sports, and the NBA is no exception now and in the past. Who would you say is the funniest guy you ever played with?
Yeah, a couple guys, Kevin. There's some funny guys. I think one that stands out as far as just being a straight comedian head guy was Ken Norman. And I think there's another guy that was extremely funny, but he wasn't trying to be funny, was Dikembe Mutombo. Some of the things Dikembe would say and do, it was just hilarious. And he wasn't trying to be funny.
That free throw good from George.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
And George drops them both.
It's a luxury to have a big man who can shoot free throws this way.
Teague feeling it out a bit. Pass to Dawson. The dish to Wiggins. Over in the corner, Dellavedova. 5 to shoot. Over Gallinari. Off the left rim and out.
Tough miss. He found some space inside the arc, but he couldn't deliver.
Back to George. Here's Harrell. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. T kicks to Dawson. Down low. McKinney, no good.
Dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this game. Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, this lead has snowballed. Credit their killer instinct for piling on.
Here's Wiggins. No good again that time.
That was the best he could do. Just fade a little bit, try and get a clean look, but the defense was right on him.
And so far, they have been in complete control of this one. Just a well-rounded effort on the road.
You know what they've done? They've been aggressive on both ends. That's showing up on the scoreboard.
To the wing right side. Here's McKinney. Gallinari covering. Shots good by McKinney.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Back to George. George double teamed. Here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
Timberwolves trail by 17. Outside T. Over Gallinari. Offensive rebound. McKinney passes to Dawson. Over Harrell. Dawson gets the bucket. Dawson's got 6 points.
That's one of his specialties, just squaring up from medium range.
Yeah, he has the height to shoot over most any defender and the touch to make it with consistency.
And stolen by Wiggins. To the paint. Dawson gets the bucket. He's got 8.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And here's Gallinari to the middle and stolen by Wiggins. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so we conclude the first half.
Well, you have impacted the game so far in a lot of different ways. Already with a double-double. How do you keep that going in the second half?
It's not going to be easy, but, I mean, you know me. I'm not going to stop working. That's how I keep it going. Only way to put up the same numbers in the second half is to work as hard as I did in the first half.
Well, that's certainly been a good formula so far, and I'm...
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right...
Good.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Yeah, and the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play, that's impressive.
He's been one of, if not the hardest worker over the first 2 quarters. His tenacity has been the difference.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Charge is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova, and it's Dawson in at the center position.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Yes, in the first minute or so, you knock down a couple shots.
Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Outside, George. George double teamed. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Gallinari. Good. And Harris gets the assist. And the Clippers lead by 13.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Okogie. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw. Now Dellavedova. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Šarić. The Clippers shooting the ball with incredible accuracy, 68% so far. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Is it any surprise that he's been hitting everything out there? You want the ball in his hands as much as possible.
And so it's Dellavedova. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game, and that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Pass to Dawson. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Passes it to George. 3-pointer on the way. And it's rebounded by Covington. Timberwolves trail by 14. Okogie defended by George. Okogie not going to go that time. George with the defensive effort. And he banks in the layup. George has got 27 points.
And a high percentage look there, and he takes full advantage. Bumps up the lead.
Yeah, the lead now is double digits. Some tricky matchups out there. Not a lot of solutions.
And the Timberwolves call time here. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
Yeah, because he's been killing them all night. They are struggling to find an answer.
Minnesota making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to show you the teams leading the league in assists this season. The Clippers in second.
And you know, when your team has a lot of assists, it's testimony to the unselfishness, the patience, the ball movement, the player movement. They have shown all of that.
Got a piece of it to the middle. And it's sent back by George. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Clearly a foul.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
This season, 88% on the line, so he has been in a comfort zone.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Now here's Jones. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. To the inside. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
Here's the pass to Zubats. Outside, George. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Dropping dimes all night. He's been completely locked in.
Unselfish basketball. That'll make you very popular amongst your teammates.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Jones kicks to Šarić. Pass to Dawson. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And this is the value of letting the play develop. You find the weakness in the defense.
Clippers leading by 16. Pass to Zubats. Gallinari outside. Back to Zubats. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He has 7. Outside, George. 6 on the shot clock. Gallinari on the wing. And Zubats picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. On the free throw, no good. Minnesota's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Teague against Williams. Teague finds Wiggins. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here's McKinney, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Just 5 to shoot, and stolen by Williams. Passes it to Magruder. From deep, George. That shot off. So Minnesota will take it the other way.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Los Angeles has gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. It's good.
Though he has a score-first mindset, Williams not a bad setup man.
Minnesota shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Outside Teague. Takes the 13-footer, and the shot falls short this time.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Harrell dishes to George. Second chance shot, and no problem from Harrell as he finishes at the rim. Harrell's got 9 points now in just the second half. T kicks to Dellavedova. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. On the wing, Wiggins, defended by George. Another miss by Minnesota.
And the defense daring him to shoot that. Good plan right there.
And the pass to Zubac. Wiggins against George. In the corner, Harrell with it. 5 on the clock. Puts one up from 19. Here's Zubac. Right through the D for the layup. Zubac has got 4 this quarter.
Really another fantastic offensive rebound and putback. This is the second game in a row where he has just been ball dominant.
When he gets into one of these grooves, you never know how long they're going to last. Sometimes they go on and on and on.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Harrell is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Insanity, and it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the point guard. Here's Person. He kicks it to Wiggins. Again, Wiggins missing.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
A nice shot by George.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Here's Person. Pass to McKinney. Fades away. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Magruder. Here's Harrell. Outside for George. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's George. No good from outside. And here's the break. Out left to the wing. Here's McKinney. The Timberwolves again can't hit. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander.
Nice interior passing. And then the strong finish.
The Timberwolves have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pass to McKinney. And it's sent back by George. Down low. Plays it up off the glass.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
Here's Person. And George gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Player podcast, something we're hearing more of, and it's a growing trend. Good idea, or do you think it could get some guys in trouble?
Kevin, well, some guys, it does a good job of helping their brand, and we love to see guys get a chance to do other things off the court. And then there are some guys who get a little loose, and they reveal some secrets, or they say some things they wish they could take back. So I think it all comes down to the individual. You've got to understand media before you try to jump out and start doing these podcasts.
Well said. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. On the wing, Wiggins, defended by George. And it's Wiggins missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And there's the bucket from Magruder.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Person kicks to Wiggins. And there's the pass to McKinney. And the three off target.
He's just gone stone cold this period, and it's bringing the rest of the team down.
And that one's good, George.
That's all confidence right there. He knows he's in a groove, and they've got this team on its heels.
Here's Person. Wiggins outside. Smitty, every so often we'll hear about a team holding a players-only meeting. You've been there, I'm sure. You've gone through that. What exactly goes on in those discussions?
You know, Kevin, when you hear players-only meeting, something's going wrong with the team. And obviously, we meet all the time, but when there's specific, in quotation, a players-only meeting, there's a lot of things that are going wrong with the team, with individuals, with the coaches or general managers. They are trying to find a way to hash it out, and those are never good.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Pass to Reynolds. 5 to shoot. A baseline chase. It's hauled in by George. George has got 8 rebounds in this game. Kicks to Livingston. Now here's George. He's tightly guarded. Outside Portis. And it's off from 3-point range. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. To the paint. And that one's good by Clark.
Attacking on the interior. I like that attitude.
And here's Los Angeles. They're on an 18-6 run. Here's George, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. When it comes to flagrant fouls, do you think the difference, Steve, between flagrant 1 and flagrant 2 is being called correctly for the most part?
I do, Kevin. I think we always have gray areas, and when you start to look at rules, but for the most part, I think they're getting the flagrant 1 and the flagrant 2. You know, I think they're getting it right.
Gallinari, he's checked in for the Clippers. NBA awards are voted on by broadcasters and writers around the NBA. Do you think that's the best way, Steve, to pick an MVP?
Well, I really think in some kind of way you got to have players more involved, being able to come out and be able to pick the MVP, because these are the players that are going up against these guys. I also would love to see where we have more of the defensive player of the year during the offseason, the rookie of the year in the offseason. Obviously giving out more of those awards for the playoffs as well.
And you got to, of course, be aware of it becoming a popularity contest, too.
Yes, totally.
Jones, the pass to Reynolds. Here's Person, defended by George. Pass to Clark. It's Jones on the wing. Shoots over Livingston. Jones, no luck. LA's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. George with the ball. Passes it to Portis. It's hauled in by Bates-Diop.
You know that's one he liked to have that. Point-blank range, and he missed it.
Here's Person. Puts it up from 15. And it's sent back by George.
Kinangina yung bagal mo, pare.
He kicks to George.
Bigat ang bayag mo.
It's Gallinari on top of the key. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's Clark. Well, the NBA has had 3 referee crews for quite a while. Steve, do you think adding a 4th ref would help in any way?
No, I think it'll get a little bit crowded on the floor. I would love to see. I know they won't go back. I love the 2 referee situation. I look at it right now. Referee A calls a call. Referee B calls a call. It just feels like referee C has to make the next call or get up far as even with the other referees. I would love to see them go back to a 2 referee situation.
Here's Bates-Diop. Stolen by George. And here we go with George. Nobody back. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Atlanta Hawks. And then on Friday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers.
And going up against the Pelicans, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Both teams will make substitutions. He hits both from the stripe. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Outside, Jones. The pass to Bates-Diop. Can they get it? Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And he makes the first. Well, Steve, we've just come out of the first year where we saw legislation from the NBA about resting players. How do you feel about the new rules so far?
You know, I like them. I love that when you start to see these teams that was resting players on national televised games. But I think overall, just resting players. I think our contract says that we play 82 games unless you're injured. If a guy is injured, you understand. But I love the new rules that was implemented.
I agree.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy. Double-digit lead and still putting it on them.
It's hauled in by George. George has got 11 rebounds in the game. George double-teamed. Here's Gallinari. Another possession, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
The Timberwolves shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Jones kicks to Saric. Fader on the way. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Gallinari's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. The 3 from George. Good on the triple. George has got 44.
You know, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Pass to Saric. Here's Bates-Diop. Gallinari covering. And Bates-Diop gets it to go.
Bates-Diop, Apple Diop.
Los Angeles has gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. From deep, George. They grab their own miss. It's stolen. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Jones. And that one is off. And the Clippers will come the other way. For 3. And it's George.
Ano? 4-14 po ang galayang.
Minnesota's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Another shot. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on it.
And there's one thing you're trying to minimize. It's second chance opportunities. Poor defensive rebounding for them.
Clark, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. The Clippers also changing it up. Montrezl Harrell comes in for Gallinari. And it's Williams in for Sean Livingston. Here's George. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got his 6th assist on the night. We've got 1:28 left to play in the final quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Los Angeles.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for George.
Oh, his array of talents on full display. Picks up the triple-double, really takes ownership of this game. I thought that made the difference for them tonight.
6 on the shot clock. Shamet, he's covered by Person. Saric grabs the board. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Person with the bucket. It's been all Clippers. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
And here's George. Inside. It's picked off. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just...
Up. 11,000. Ano pa kailangan natin?
Big win, fellas. Man, I was on fire.
Kailangan natin is $5,000 ka. Ang bahira.
Let's go ahead and call a cab. Hey, yesterday my mother called me. She told me that she be worried about my food and what I eatin'. I told her it's calamari. When I got no plans, sipping on it after dinner. You say you hang with the man, I see him when I'm in the mirror. Pull a meal, in the day ain't even have the deal on your. Every day I just be sipping chamomile, mass appeal. Everybody show up cause they know I'm here. Every week I be on the, she think it's at a field. Up in my business, pull up in my bed.
Alright. Get one chase down block. Hirap naman. Lobby 40. Mahalaga. 285, 14K. Oh. 14K, ang mahal naman. Inay. Hindi, ayaw na lang. Rebounding, passing na lang. Okay, lead. Bam! 85, motherfucker! Ano to? Like bling, you can now wear custom jewelry. Only available from them to 19 standard. This is to remove another GM label ability. Ano to? Enable ability. Customize the arena. Okay. Go to right skateboard around the neighborhood, huh? Okay. Arena media. Uy, ano to? Sus, iba pala yun.